there was a sense that there was something going on behind the scenes that we were not privy to. And I don't know what it was, but what I do know is that before the second trial started, Judge Weinberg said that he had reconsidered the significant rulings in the first trial. And he then proceeded to officially and systematically reverse all of his important decisions. And essentially, right in front of us, he took away my entire defense. We were not allowed to talk about any psychological trauma we went through, and any terrorizing or intimidation or fear that occurred in the house. They were excluded from the trial. And he went through each witness and said they can't testify to that. They're not allowed to testify to that. And having been the judge in the first trial, he knew exactly what the most important aspects of our case was. Our case was based on just a history of fear that I had of my mom and my dad. It wasn't even a feeling. It was clear. The mood in the courtroom was focused on conviction for first-degree murder. The judge made a very specific ruling. He said, I have to testify first before any other defense witnesses can testify. And so the jury was looking at me very skeptically. Without all of the years of trauma that my relatives have seen us go through as children, without that testimony, it's very difficult to convey the trauma, the terror, all of the bad things that happened in my house. It's almost impossible for me to do it by myself, because I can say it, but it's just me saying it. At the end of the case, at the very end of the case, the judge altered which instructions would be allowed to the jury. He did not allow imperfect self-defense of an honest but unreasonable belief that your life is in danger. He took that away. He said that the jury's not even allowed to consider it. And he made that decision at the end. And he said, well, it was because he had to hear what evidence was in the case. But he was the judge in the entire first trial, so he knew exactly what was going to be testified to, and there was nothing that could be done. The judge was still worried that the jury would not come back with the right verdict, that he didn't allow the imperfect self-defense instructions. So at the end, he then pulled that out from under us. Basically, the jury was left with first degree or not guilty.